Now, it's been an emotional week for Kelly, who was in Parliament on Wednesday to hear an apology from the Prime Minister, Rishi for the historic ban that disallowed and even punished LGBT people serving in the military. Oh, exactly. I just got goosebumps again there for you, Kelly, and for all the other people involved. Just tell people, what was he apologising? What was done?
OK, so I've got to take a deep breath, because I get quite anxious and emotional, and then I go... Blah, 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 blah. So... the apology was there was a ban in place between 1967 and 2000 for any people serving personnel that was LGBT. Now, some people might say, well, why did you join? A lot of people didn't know they were gay because, of course, they joined at 16, 17, 18. That's the first thing. What happened is during that time, there was a witch hunt at certain periods of time during those years where they were purposefully going into barracks and trying to find people that were considered possibly to be gay.
Right. And that happened to you?
Yeah. So
Very
what
scary.
happened... So an example of that is, from my level right up, I was raided, which means the Royal Military Police would come into my private space, my bedroom, ransack it completely, be intimidating, interrogating in my face, belittling. I was scared. I was 23.
You were young,
I was 23. I was petrified. I didn't want to lose my career.
They were just looking for anything that could lead them to...
Like, literally anything. So for example, letters from my sister and friend, I had to hide in the back of my car because they could have accused me of being gay. Now, just because... I only realised I was gay when I joined. You know, I wasn't even seeing anyone at the time of that raid. But, so what went from that is that, for me personally, caused me mental health issues throughout my whole career because I was so petrified that it was institutionally driven into me about, you know, that shame. Hence why I didn't come out till last year. But from that, you've had others that were bullied, sexually assaulted, raped, in jail, long service medals ripped off of them. They lost their careers, pensions.
And what we've got to remember, at this point, it was legal outside of the services.
In 67, it was lifted, yet it was still in the services. So you've got... This has affected 20,000 service personnel, people even that were on the front line protecting our country and risking their lives if they were found out to be gay. Or, from one example, in my documentary last year, Kelly Ormsby and Me, I had a girl, and I will mention her because she said I could, Emma Riley, and she was a Navy. She joined when she was 18, and she basically wasn't even gay. She'd never had a relationship, and she said to her best friend one night, I think I might be gay or have... you know, not to her, just generally. The next morning, she was ripped out of her bunk. She was arrested. She was interrogated. She was told she was going to lose her career. She had to go back to her family and out herself. And she hadn't even... She wasn't
even... They made her do that.
That doesn't even make sense. They made her do it. You had padres. So padres, people that you confess to or just... go into the officer commands the next day and telling them, and then they get out. Medical people examining, which was sexual abuse.
So they would say that you need a full medical...
But it wasn't. It was about abusing somebody who was gay. Remember, men and women. Remember, this is men and women. So what this has led to, of course, is years and years of suffering, because people were homeless, lost all pensions, career opportunities, just life, self-esteem. And so what happened was last year, a report was commissioned, LGBT Veterans Independent Review, led by Lord Efferton. And in this book, which was finally, after a year, and thank you to Loose Women, because I was able to do a call-out to get veterans to come forward. Over 1,000 veterans came forward with their testimony, which became part of the review paper. This was delivered to the government in May. What people have to understand is this is historic. The Prime Minister doesn't apologise for anything, let's face it, right? Firstly, that was thing.
Huge.
And then...
It's a big deal, big deal.
So I got to go to the House of Commons with 20 other veterans. We were representing those 1,000 plus and the 20,000. Obviously, we heard the Prime Minister's apology, and then we heard the Secretary of State of the Defence, Ben Wallace's apology, which was very heartfelt, and I'm going to say this because he'd also been in a career. He apologised for not really understanding what it meant.
Because when he was an officer.
When he was an officer in the thing. So...
that is amazing.
So basically, from that, this report has been made. 49 recommendations have gone into it. It's harrowing. Like, I'm glossing over the extent of what happened to a lot of veterans. Now, this could be your mum, dad, your nan, granddad, still alive to this day, who went through it and will not tell you about it because it's so bad. 49 recommendations. One was we wanted a state apology. We got it.
Great.
So you've got number one. You've got number one. Listen, Kelly,
Sorry, just very quickly, the others were... They're things like giving medical support, giving housing, pensions back, medals back. And do you know what? It's now the start of people rebuilding lives.
Wow. You know what? Congratulations.
They've got to do it.
Congratulations, because you've fought hard, and we were, as I said
that.
this morning, all horribly shocked that had gone on. So, congratulations.
Thanks very much.